Hi everybody, welcome to Bilingual Storytime. My name is Miss Camille.
Hola, me llamo Isela.
And today we are going to be reading Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me, Papa, Por Favor, Bájame la Luna by Eric Carle with permission from Simon & Schuster. But first we have a couple of announcements. So we do have spring break coming up next week, as I'm sure everybody knows, and we have fun activities that y'all can do with us all week long. So you're just gonna wanna check Facebook at, I think, 4 or 4:30 every day, and 4 o'clock, and we're gonna have a different activity each day, Monday through Thursday, and you can pick up a kit for that at any of the library branches.
Tenemos muchos programas. La próxima semana estamos celebrando Spring Break. Y entonces, todos los días vamos a tener un programa muy especial. Y muchos de esos programas van a necesitar registrarse. Entonces, si quieren, yo les sugiero que se metan a nuestra página, a nuestro Facebook, y lean cómo pueden registrarse. Pero vamos a tener algo todos los días a las 4.
Yes, so you do have to register for some of the programs, so make sure that you check out our website to make sure that you have information for that, because when it's on Facebook, obviously you can watch it just like you're doing right now, but when it's Zoom, you will need to email somebody or click a link and make sure that you get signed up for those programs. So do we have any other announcements?
We have Math Science.
Oh yeah.
On next week, on Sunday, we'll post all the supplies that you'll need, and that is Mondays at 4:30.
Awesome. So I did want to let y'all know what kind of materials y'all are going to need if you want to do the craft with us after the story today. So since we're reading a story about the moon, we're doing a fun moon craft. So we have this cool tinfoil moon. I know, I love this one. I think it's so cool looking. And it's really easy too. Like, it's a really cool looking craft, but it's pretty easy to do. You just need tinfoil. You can use a paper plate. We're using these cardboard circles. And a black piece of paper, scissors and glue, of course, and a white crayon or oil pastel. And you can use any round object, any small round object to make the little craters in the moon. You can use coins. I have a little thing of washi tape to make a bigger looking crater. And I also have these little circular plastic counters. You could use tiddlywinks or something like that. Lots of options.
Entonces, para hacer nuestra manualidad de hoy, vamos a necesitar papel de aluminio. Nosotros no tenemos platos, pero pueden usar eso. Y porque vamos a necesitar un círculo para hacer la luna, tijeras, unos crayones blancos, cinta. Vamos a estar usando esta cinta para hacer círculos y pegamento. No tenemos monedas, entonces vamos a estar usando esto, pero para hacer los cataretes de la luna pueden usar monedas y papel negro.
All right, perfect. So y'all can be kind of trying to get those materials together while you watch our story. I'm gonna scooch a little bit for distance sake and take my mask off so I can read the book to y'all. We have a very tiny book today, so Miss Linda's gonna bring it in real close so that y'all can see these nice illustrations. We all love Eric Carle's illustrations so much. All right. Antes de que, by the way, this was Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me, Papa, Por Favor, Bájame la Luna by Eric Carle with permission from Simon & Schuster. Antes de que Mónica se acostara a dormir, miró por la ventana y vio la luna. La luna lucía tan cercana. Before Monica went to bed, she looked out of her window and she saw the moon. The moon looked so near. You can see it here, it's so big. Me gustaría poder jugar con la luna, pensó Mónica y intentó alcanzarla. I wish I could play with the moon, thought Monica, and she reached out for it. Pero por mucho que se estirara, no podía tocar la luna. But no matter how much she stretched, she could not touch the moon. Everybody stretch out and see if you could grab the moon. I know I couldn't. Papá le dijo Mónica a su padre, por favor, bájame la luna. Papa, said Monica to her father, please get the moon for me. I've got some pages that fold out. Papá trajo una escalera muy larga. Papa got a very long ladder. So we can see exactly how long his ladder is. Llevó la escalera muy larga hacia una montaña muy alta. He carried the very long ladder towards a very high mountain. We're going to see exactly how high this mountain is. Wow, look at that ladder. Luego Papa puso la escalera muy larga encima de la montaña muy alta. Then Papa put the very long ladder on top of the very high mountain. It's hard to turn these pages. There we go. Y subió y subió y subió por la escalera. Up and up and up he climbed. This one folds out real big. Por fin papá llegó a la luna. A mi hija Mónica le gustaría jugar contigo, dijo papá, pero eres demasiado grande. Finally, Papa got to the moon. My daughter Monica would like to play with you, said Papa, but you are much too big. Cada noche me pongo un poquito más pequeña, dijo la luna. Cuando sea del tamaño justo me puedes llevar contigo. Every night I get a little smaller, said the moon. When I'm just the right size, you can take me with you. It's a really big moon. Y de hecho, la luna se puso más y más, and indeed, the moon got smaller and smaller. Y más pequeña and smaller. Wow, he's kind of turning into a little crescent. Cuando la luna se puso del tamaño justo, Papá la tomó. When the moon was just the right size, Papa took it. Got another fold out here. Y bajó, y bajó, y bajó por la escalera. Down and down and down he climbed the ladder. And he's got the moon in his hand. Aquí tienes, le dijo Papá a Mónica. Te traje la luna. Here, said Papa to Monica, I have the moon for you. Mónica saltó y bailó con la luna. Mónica jumped and danced with the moon. Mónica abrazó a la luna y la tiró por los aires. She hugged the moon and threw it into the air. Pero la luna seguía poniéndose cada vez más y más pequeña hasta que por fin desapareció completamente. But the moon kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and finally it disappeared altogether. Entonces, una noche, Mónica vio que una fina tajada de la luna reaparecía. Then, one night, Mónica saw a thin sliver of the moon reappear. There it is right up there, really tiny. Cada noche, la luna creció. Each night, the moon grew. Y creció y creció. It grew and grew. And there's the moon. It grew back to its original size, too big to play with. All right, so that was Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me, Papá, Por Favor, Bájame la Luna by Eric Carle with permission from Simon & Schuster. And if y'all tune back in a moment, you can make our fun moon craft with us. Actually, I guess we can just keep going since,
yes.
We can just keep going right into the craft.
Me encantó el libro de hoy.
Mm-hmm. Es un libro muy lindo. It's a very nice book. The illustrations are really pretty. I think it's really cool. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get started making our cool little moon craft. I'm gonna grab a piece of tin foil for both me and Miss Isela to start off with.
Entonces, el primer paso, obtengan su aluminio. Aquí tengo un pedazo.
And we are going to, we need a couple of markers, which I will grab out of here. There we go.
Gracias.
We gotta be careful because these have really fine points, and we don't want to cut through the foil because it's kind of thin. But like we said, you could use a paper plate, or you can use just really any circular object that'll fit on a piece of construction paper. We're using these little cardboard circles, and we're just going to trace them to make the outline of our moon.
Entonces, mucho cuidado, el papel de aluminio está muy delgadito y no lo quieren romper. Entonces vamos a trazar ustedes van a usar un platito de papel.
You could even use these that we have are about the size of like a bowl turned over. You could do that too. As long as it fits on your piece of, we're using black construction paper. You could do a lot of different colors. You could do blue. If you have like a galaxy print paper, that would be really cool. And next we're just going to cut out our moons, our little circles from our aluminum foil.
Entonces Entonces, con mucho cuidado también cuando estén recortando su círculo, porque se rompe muy rápido.
Yeah, do be careful while you're cutting because it's really easy to tear tinfoil. I'm tearing off the extra while I go around because that makes it easier for me to keep cutting.
Miss Camille, I'm so excited for next week.
I know, it's going to be so fun. What kind of things do we have going on next week?
Okay, so I know we have the zoo.
Yes, I was going to say, we do have actually 2 different zoo programs. We're going to hear from both the Dallas Zoo and the Fort Worth Zoo. So those are both on Thursday. You can email me, and if you send me an email, I'll get you the information on both of those. The Dallas Zoo is going to be at 11 a.m. Thursday, and the Fort Worth Zoo is at 2 p.m. Thursday.
Ooh, I think we also have a cool math game.
Oh yeah, I think we do.
We have so many cool things.
Yeah.
So please check our website and our Facebook. We have so many things that we don't want you guys to miss them.
Yeah, and make sure you pick up a kit as well. The kits just have materials to kind of complement the activities that we're doing next week. So make sure that you check those out because that's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Yay,
Got our
finally.
moon cut out. I made a little scratch on mine accidentally with my ring. But so we have return books week this week, right?
So that just means that, if you guys remember, maybe you have maybe books that you need to turn in at the library. You guys could turn them in this week, and I believe you don't get any fines this week.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So if you're forgetful, or if you discovered some books that you don't know when you were supposed to turn them in, this is a great opportunity to turn them in, and we will completely forgive it, no questions asked.
I know I have some books at home that I need to return.
This is a great time to do it. So next we're going to make the craters of our moon, and to do that you're going to take whatever little circular objects you're using. We've got little circular counters, and I've got some washi tape that I might use, and you're going to put it underneath your tin foil and just kind of gently press around the edges. Gently, because like we keep saying, you don't want to break your tin foil, but it'll kind of make, you can see the outline of whatever you put underneath when you kind of press around it.
Entonces, para hacer los cataretes lunares, ustedes pueden usar monedas. Entonces vamos a hacer como si esta es una moneda, la vamos a poner en la mesa y luego le vamos a poner poquita presión, no tanta porque no queremos romper el papel. So gently.
I squeezed mine hard enough that it trapped the counter behind it, and I picked it up like, where'd it go? I'm going to use the washi tape for one too. I'm going to have to be extra careful with this one because it is really big and I don't want to break.
Entonces nada más pueden usar cualquier cosa que tenga ese, que sea redondo, como la cinta aquí podemos usar.
Yeah. You can use any little thing that you've got. It does have to be like kind of hard so that you can actually press things around it without it losing its shape. But lots of things would do. The counters that we've got are about the size of like a nickel maybe.
Ooh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Qué padre.
That's cool. I love that. So I kind of stretched mine out a little bit just so it lays more or less flat. And then I'm just going to take my glue and do a little circle around the back.
Okay. Entonces podemos poner atrás del papelito de aluminio, pegamento.
And we're just going to stick our moons with the glue to the paper. It might take a minute to dry because, the aluminum foil doesn't really breathe. It's not porous like the paper is, so it takes a minute for it to dry back there, but it sticks pretty good and it looks good.
Entonces lo voy a pegar en medio y se va a tardar un poquito en secar. Entonces no se preocupen.
But we can still finish the last step even though it's not dry.
Yes.
We just have to be careful, especially if there's any glue that has escaped out to the sides. Mine hasn't. Mine is actually pretty clean. But we're just going to take our crayons and just gently kind of do a little bit of an outline around the moon. It just kind of looks like moon dust floating around. It looks really cool.
Entonces ya, creo que es el último paso. Ya vamos a tomar nuestro color blanco y en la orilla le vamos a estar pintando.
So when I did the example, it took a little bit more time, so I'm just going to do the quick way right now. But I did one circle around, pressing down a little bit harder, and then another circle a little bit lighter, just so it would fade out. But I think it makes it just kind of adds some dimension. It looks really cool.
Se ve muy padre con lo blanco en las orillas. Como se ve como si está flotando de verdad.
I know, yeah, it really looks like it's floating in space. It's really cool. You could even, I'm gonna right now actually add a few little stars in the background.
Si gustan puede ponerle estrellitas con ese mismo color blanco.
They kind of look like snowflakes.
Y ya está nuestra luna. Si quieren ponerle estrellas.
I like it with the little stars in the background. I think it looks really cute.
Muy lindo.
Yeah.
Yo después le voy a poner muchas estrellitas, pero oh, qué padre.
Yeah, we've got some little twinkling. I think this is one of my favorite crafts that we've done. I think it's so cool looking. It's really and it's like I said, it's pretty easy to do. Like it doesn't even take much and it looks so cool.
Esta manualidad quedó muy linda, muy bonita. Entonces, si ustedes la hacen, por favor de tomar una foto.
Yes, do post a picture in the comments if you happen to do this craft with us. We would love to see your little moon creations. And since the actual moon is too big, we have these so that we can play with them. All right, so once again, make sure that you pick up a kit for spring break next week, and make sure that you tune in on Facebook every day at 4 o'clock. And I guess we will see y'all next time.
Nos vemos.
Thank you.